Welcome back to Marriage or Hell Nah. I hope all of you out there are enjoying your Labor Day weekend. Today being Labor Day, I decided to do a reaction video to some of the content that our brother Kevin Samuels delivers over there on Instagram. We've been missing him on YouTube, but he's still doing his thing over there on Instagram. But today he's going to be talking to a modern woman who it's basically been divorced. And I want you fellas to pay attention because this woman right here is so delusional, but you need to be able to see these types of signs. So without further ado, we're going to get into the video. But as always, I want to say I appreciate all the love and support we get on this channel because without you guys, this stuff couldn't happen. So if you're new to the content and you like what you're seeing, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into it.
All right. Ladies, men are very simple. Sex sandwich silence. Really very simple. If you weigh more than a man at your height, drop it. Men are very, very simple. And like it or not, ladies, winter is here. Winter is here. This moratorium is about to be over. And men, 80% of men want women. 54% of black men are single and childless. 31% are married. Roughly 85% of black men want to be in relationships. Hello. Okay, you're back again.
Can you hear me?
Now, I want you guys to take a look at this. And Kevin just kind of teed it up about where black men find themselves. We're ready for marriage, 80% of us. Some of us are single. Some of us have great jobs. And we're doing well for ourselves as black men. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. But watch how when the table turns and he deals with this young lady, I don't think she's a very unattractive lady. I thought she was highly attractive, or she's cute a little bit. I would call her casually cute. Now, I don't know about all the makeup and maybe possible Snapchat filters, but she's not the worst looking woman. But just like I said, Kevin Samuels is up here painting the picture that black men are doing well. And we know this as black men, we're doing well. But watch how they try to tear us down no matter what is going on when it comes to relationships. So let's get back to it.
Are you're in a car?
No, I'm not driving. I'm well safe.
I can hear you.
How you doing?
How old are you?
34.
How old are you?
34 feels like I'm not.
Look at her face. She just feels like I'm 19. Just look at her face. I just had to point that shit out. Like, she's about to come with some foolishness, but let's get back into it.
Tell them what you gotta tell them.
All right. Baby mama or divorce?
It's like I'm divorced because when I leave these.
Fellas, how many times do you find yourself just asking a woman a simple question and they feel like they're this? It's just like, hey, you married, divorced, baby mama, divorced. I feel like I'm divorced. And it's just like, lady, just answer the question. Our brother Kevin Samuels has to put up with this a lot of times. Fellas, if you find yourself dealing with a woman and she's afraid to answer questions, or she's like indirect with it, that's a sign you need to pay attention to. But let's keep going and watch how it presents itself.
Excuse my French, niggas alone, they always want to take me to court. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that it's like when.
And then who the hell was this? Was this one of these N words back here that she was referring to? Fellas, I keep telling you guys, but don't fool with no woman that just calls black men out by their names, want to call them N words. And Kevin's going to get to her in a second, but we find this so frustrating. And then he asks her, so I don't understand what that means. And then she goes, well, I feel like this, or it means this. And it's just like, come on, I'm leaving dudes dust and I'm leaving dudes behind in the dust. And, these dudes want to do this to me. Notice how she's going to take no responsibility for this, but let's keep going.
I break up from with a guy, I go through divorces because they can't take me leaving them in the dust, in the dirt, where I left them at. Because they don't act right. So I have to move on. Is that right? Do you think that that's right of them?
Why are you such a poor judge of character to pick me and you gotta leave?
Run that back. I couldn't really.
Oh damn.
No,
Oh damn. Why are you such a poor judge? No, ma'am. I listened to what you said. You came in talking about how you feel like you're in divorce court because you got to leave these men in the dirt. And all I hear is you're a shit judge of character picking men because you don't leave.
Exactly right there. Fellas, how many times have you heard women say, "Oh, I'm going out of this relationship. It's that person's fault." But they never understand that it's up to them to vet the guys that they're with. They don't really have father figures in their lives now. So there's not a man there to properly vet these guys, but they become shit judges of character because we know that they're always out there chasing the Chads, the Tyrones, that they're out there constantly chasing these people. But instead of the good guy that she could possibly be with that would treat her right, but what does she do? She makes excuses for the bad decisions that she makes when it comes to picking fellas. But let's keep going because it gets even worse, in my opinion.
Quality men.
You absolutely right. So God, please stop telling me
That's
bitch
no,
made
no.
me.
God ain't got nothing to do with it. No, God ain't got nothing to do with it. Please don't bring my God into this. I said,
Okay.
why are you such a poor judge of character to why you keep picking men that you got to leave in the dirt?
You know why? Because they don't show their true colors until the relationship kind of ends.
Oh, okay. So again, it's not accountable to you.
So let's get this right. So they don't show their true characters until they get into the further in the relationship, right? But the question we got to ask ourselves is, what kind of characteristics was she showing? And that's what Kevin is bringing up. So many times you'll talk to a woman, "Oh God, God's doing this to me." God is not responsible for the bad decisions you are making. These people don't even go to the house of worship and they want to bring God into their relationships. But I want you guys to pay attention to what she says at the end, because we're going to see this so many times where women nowadays, they take the shortcut to dealing with relationships. When they can't vet a guy, it's almost like, "Hey, Kevin, hook me up with somebody. Do this for me. Make my life simpler." But even if you got with that guy, it still wouldn't work out for you. But let's go. Let's keep going.
It's on them again. They're all the world. The men are out here just pulling tricks on women left and right. You know?
They really are. These men out here are
That's the
looking for
that's
somebody
the
to take
only
them.
men. That's the only. Those are the only men. Those are the only men that are out here that are single.
To me, everybody's single because even the niggas that's in relationships and
Well,
married
first of all,
is
I don't. First of all, I don't deal with niggas.
oh sorry, well man.
No, no. Men and niggas aren't the same. So if you talk about men and niggas, that already tells me what one of the problems.
Exactly right there. And brother Kevin Samuels hit his spot on right there. How many times, fellas, do we have to deal with this nonsense of these type of women that are just going to come in here and blame everything on other people? We know that some women, and I'm not saying all, but some women have a problem with accountability when it comes to relationships. But everything, fellas, if you're asking questions and everything is it's somebody else's fault, you got to ask yourself, when you're out there courting a woman, you're dating a woman. For those of you who are here chasing relationships, just like most of us, because we're trying to find that woman that we want to be with, why do they always make excuses for things that they do? Fellas, if you're out there, you're trying to get with a woman and she's constantly blaming everything else on the partners that she's been with, and she takes no responsibility, get the hell out of there. That's all you need to do is get the hell out there. I wish I had like a running symbol that I could put up in these videos like my brother O'Shea do Jackson be doing out there. I wish I could just have something like that, but I don't have it yet. But it gets worse. But Kevin hit his spot on the head too with, we are men. We are not inwards out here. And that's the way most black men feel. So ladies, if you out there and display this type of behavior, I get it. It may come from rap music, it may come from, all these different things. But when a man hears you talk about niggas, 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 this, bro, us high value guys, or I should say us competitive guys, because I'm not a high value guy. I'm a competitive guy, according to Kevin Samuels, or a Henry, if you will. But when it comes to talking to brothers like myself, brothers out here that are getting on their grind, and you want to call us a bunch of N-words all the time, it's over, shorty. You got no chance. But let's keep going.
Is already
What you saying me, Kevin? Cause I
ratchet.
need a this nigga. I mean, I can nigga, Kevin, ratchet. I am not. I'm far from ratchet. I just really
Everybody,
been
I'll
in
let you judge. I'll let you judge on what you just heard.
Okay, well, ask me what I see.
I don't care what you see. You ain't picking you. We are.
You absolutely right. You know what? I like your attitude, Kevin. So could you hook me up with somebody? Because I'm looking for a
A
money
real
bag
man.
I
yo.
would
So, fellas, that's the part I really want you guys to pay attention. All of these women out here, they don't want to do the work. They think that when they come to the table, I can just look the way I look. And like I said, the woman's not ugly, at least in my opinion. I'm not. She might have a bunch of makeup on, but she's not taking responsibility for the decisions that she makes. Then when she doesn't get the outcome she wants, instead of working on those, instead of being a better judge of character, being around other males to understand how to vet a man properly. She goes to shortcut. How can I do as little work as possible and get the best outcome? Kevin, can you hook me up with a man that's at the same social status that you are? And that's what we have to deal with so many damn times out here because one thing we know is that they don't want to do the work.
do
Okay,
that to
for
my.
a real
I
man,
wouldn't
that's
know that. I wouldn't do that to no. I wouldn't do that to nobody I know. What the hell?
And I love that part right there because none of us would do that. But you guys get the moral of the story. At the end of the day, we got to be out here making better decisions as men, but we're going to get there better, But Kevin Samuels was so spot on this particular content because one thing we know, it's not easy dealing with them. But until the next time, brothers, I hope you learned a valuable lesson when you're out here making these decisions. Any woman using a bunch of N words, not taking accountability, get her the hell up out of there. So until next time, enjoy your Labor Day. I appreciate all the love and support and keep doing your thing, brother. We'll always be out here to help you guys when you're making these difficult decisions on trying to find a modern woman. Peace.